What's up, guys? We are going back to basics today. Recently I was asked, how do you catch carp if you don't have any, feeder systems like cage feeders or method leads? So what we're going to do today is exactly that. I am going to use the most basic rig with just some sweet corn to catch some carp out of this creek. Alright, so here's what we're fishing with. Bag of corn. That's just 2 cans of sweet corn, just some generic brand of sweet corn that I got from the grocery store. So what we're going to do first is going to take a couple of handfuls of this and just toss it right out here into this creek. Now I'm going to try to concentrate this into a spot about as big as a basketball. You got to take into account that when you hit the water, if it's flowing like this creek here, wherever you're throwing it, account for the current dragging it down a few feet or a few meters based on the speed of the current. Here we go. Just take this and put this right there. Let's do a couple of more. Now the rig I'm using is incredibly simple. I'm going to go with this reel today. And our end tackle couldn't be more basic, but it also couldn't be more effective. So what we've got is 10-pound line coming down to an inline lead. This is a 1-ounce pear-shaped lead. You can get these from bigcarptackle.com. And what I like so much about these, the way these are designed, is you've got this inline lead here with this rubber tubing that runs through the length of the lead. See, I'll pull it out and show you. There we go, right there. So basically, here's what happens. You run your line through, attach it to a swivel. I've got 10-pound line going down for the trace to a very small hook on the end of that. There you go. The line runs through the lead, and the swivel will tuck down nicely into that rubber sleeve, just like that. So what happens is you have a little bit of resistance. You can see it's just enough to hold up the 1-ounce lead. So you're going to put your bait on your hook, and by the way, the more sophisticated way to do this part is to use a hair rig. So this works for carp that aren't super sensitive. If you've got carp that have been caught before, if you're fishing a pond or a day ticket where there's a good population of carp that are familiar with the process of being caught, tie a hair rig and attach your corn with a little stopper. But out here, these carp will take a bait just like this. The carp comes along, he's going to pick up this bait while feeding on that scattered corn. We're going to cast right into that spot. As the fish moves off, he's going to encounter the resistance of the lead, gently hook himself enough to make him panic. He's going to run. And the good thing about this is the sleeve that the swivel tucks into is loose enough that if we break off and that fish gets snagged, it comes right out. In fact, the entire center sleeve will come out, which means that if we get broken off, that fish is not going to be swimming around with a hook in his mouth, dragging this lead. It will come off at the first kind of resistance. Going to put a few kernels of corn on a hook just like this. Again, for sensitive fish, a hair rig is the way to go. But for these fish out here, this will work just fine. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Let's get him in the net. There we go. That's what we should do. There we go. All right, you guys. Look at that. Big, chunky carp. Beautiful fish. Perfect. Exactly what we were going for. Big orange tail. Gotta love it. Golden scales. Absolutely wonderful. So happy to have this. Let's not keep him out long. Let's go ahead and put him back. There we go.
Really good crap. Right there.
All right, guys, that was a really great first catch. We're gonna try one more spot, try to see if we can get another fish. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Richard, who I just met on the water. Great guy. Really important to support your local businesses right now. And although that's tough given the circumstances, when things kind of go back online, check out a food truck called The Real Deal Rollin' Meal. Seafood-based food truck. Best Philly cheesesteaks in Houston, I'm told. So give it a shot. Check them out. There we go. Fish on. Well, here you go. Look at that. That's a beautiful fish. Nothing too fancy. Just a simple bolt rig and some sweet corn. The most basic setup possible for an absolute beautiful fish. Really, really lovely. If you don't have a method lead or a cage feeder, you don't really need to worry. As long as you can fish the margins and get close. You know, PVA bags, you don't necessarily have to have it to catch beautiful carp. Just a bit of corn and the most simple rig, and you get a gorgeous, gorgeous fish like this. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and put it back. All right, just lower him back in. There he is. Just let him recover in the net. Then we'll just kind of, there you go, turn it out, and away he goes. All right, guys, I reckon that'll just about do it for us today. A couple of great fish, the most basic way possible. Just a small inline lead and a bit of sweet corn. And that's all there is to it. Beautiful fish. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell for regular notifications. We are trying to hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, that magic 10,000. I think we can do it before summer rolls around, but we need your help. In addition to liking and subscribing, share the video if you can. Share the channel with anyone that you know. It would be greatly appreciated. All right, guys, more is coming. Stay tuned. Until it's here, I'll see you guys later.